The Heron and the Crab. Long ago, there lived a heron beside a small pond in a South India jungle. For years, the bird had eaten fish from deep in the pond. Lately, though, the old heron had become weak and no longer had the strength to fish. As he perched on the shore, the heron pondered his situation. At last, the tired heron figured out a way to obtain food without having to work so hard for it. "Uncle, why do you stand there like a rotted tree stump on the banks of the pond?" asked a young crab. "Are you sick?" As the heron slowly opened its beak, my apologies, let me go back, to speak, the strong crab scampered away. She realized that the heron wanted supper. The tireless crab climbed up some rocks and hid far from the hungry bird's grasp. The heron stretched its impressive wings. "Unfortunately, I have a terrible announcement," the heron said. "The fish in the pond will soon die." "What do you mean?" the crab asked nervously. "What's going to happen?" The heron calmly explained that the pond had been sold and will be filled in with earth because the new landowners wanted to make a farm. The heron told the crab that there was little he could do to save the fish from destruction. Once the bulldozer arrived, the pond and everything in it would be destroyed. The crab was terrified, but she quickly decided what to do. She offered to warn the fish. "I'll pass the word on," she said. "Your kindness will be rewarded." The heron smiled a great big smile. As the lazy heron napped, the hard-working crab dove deep into the pond to warn the fish about the terrible thing that was coming. "Look out! The heron told me that it's not safe here any more. You're all in danger." The fish listened and trembled, but they were grateful to the heron for the warning. They swam to the surface, splashed the heron away, and thanked him for sharing this news. Then they begged the heron to help them. Pretending to be reluctant, the heron told them his plan. "Here's what I will do," the heron said. "There is a beautiful lake in the jungle, not too far from here. If you agree, I will fly each of you one by one per day, to your new home in my beak." The fish eagerly volunteered to travel with the heron. Every day, the heron scooped up one fish in his beak and flew into the jungle. There he landed on a sunny rock, gobbled the fish for a tasty meal, and left its bones behind. One day the crab decided that she would like to see the lake where the fish had been taken. "Uncle, may I go with you on your next trip?" she asked politely. "I'd like to live at the lake too." The heron grinned because he liked the idea of crab meat for a change. "I would be honored to take you," the heron said. Then he gently grabbed the crab's claw in his beak, flapped his great wings, and soared above the sparkling pond below. As the heron flew above the jungle, the crab spotted the pile of fish bones on a rock below. Immediately she realized that the heron had played a cruel trick on the fish. He'd eaten them instead of saving them. Knowing that the end was near, the crab clamped her free claw onto the heron's leg. In terrible pain, the heron had to open his beak to squat. The crab fell on the ground and landed safely in some leaves. From there, the crab quickly returned to the small pond. She told the remaining fish how the heron had lied to them. The fish realized the truth of what was going on and decided never to trust the heron again. They cheered the heroic crab for saving their lives. And this is why, to this very day, fish do not trust herons.